Hey guys, this video is our core and strength video. So this will be video 3 in our series. What I'm going to show you today is a total of 12 different exercises that can be used at all times of the year. So the purpose of these exercises is to be able to do them anywhere, whether it's at your home, heck, out in a grass field, wherever. You know, there's certain things that we can get done, and we don't need to use a weight room for it. We're going to be touching full body, so we're going to be getting our main muscle groups and getting our core strengthening in there, and just basically getting an all-around better runner. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with squats, which I showed in video 2, which is the warm-up 2. I'll re-explain here. We're going to start with feet wide, toes just a little bit out, about 10-20 degrees out to the side, chest up, shoulders back. You can place hands out in front if you need to, or hands right in front of you, whichever way is comfortable. And again, just like I described in the video, I want you to squeeze your glutes down and all the way up while looking in front of yourself. So I want everyone to start with anywhere from 15 to 20, and you can work up to about 25 or 30 at a time. Everything that we do can be done at least 2 times total, and if you can work up to 3 sets of everything, that's fine too. So I just showed 4 or 5 there, but like I said, at least 15 would be good. Remember, keep chest up, shoulders back, and there you go with that. So next after that, we're going to go right to tricep dips. You can find a bench or a chair, whatever's easiest. I mean, there's even a modification that can be done on the ground. But what you're going to do is place fingers pointing away from you, right around the outside of your glutes, or you can go right under your shoulders. What you're going to do is keep your legs straight, toes pointed up, roll the shoulders back, and you're just dropping down a few inches. Now, depending on the height of the chair or the bench, you don't want to get to where you're like way down here and the shoulders are then on overdrive. You want to just be focusing on your triceps and your upper back being flexed back, okay? That one you can start with 15, and just like the squats, work up to 20, and maybe up to 25 or 30 after you get a few weeks down the road. After that, we're going right back to the feet, and we are going into our lunges. So what we're going to do is a 3-part exercise. You're going to do a forward lunge, a side lunge, and a reverse lunge, all on one leg. So I'm going to start with the right leg here. You can place your hands right on your hips. You're going to bring the right foot forward, right foot to the side, and then right foot back. Okay, so go through that one time, then you can just repeat it on that side. I want everyone to aim for 5 cycles, one side, and then 5 cycles on the opposite side. And then you can work up to as many as about 10 cycles each side. After that, that's about as much as you really need to do. So that's exercise number 3. All right, so now we're on to exercise number 4, which is a side plank. I'm going to show you a couple different variations that you can do. What I want everyone to start with is just a typical side plank that you'll see on a forearm. So I'm going to get down in this position and use the left side. What we're going to do is get this left forearm and elbow right under the shoulder, and you're going to stack your legs right upon each other so your feet are right over and not off to the side or anything like that. What you're going to do, just lift the hips up like so. If you want to get the upper back involved, you can lift this hand up. But I just want everyone to start with about 30-40 seconds on one side, switch to the other. Now, some variations that we can do here is lifting up here, setting this knee down. We can lift this top leg, and you're going to get this glute med firing up a little bit. We're going to point this top toe and then lift in a diagonal up and behind you. So you can come down to the floor and then lift up and behind you like so. Or after that, once you feel comfortable with about 8 or 10 reps, then you can do some nice isometric holds with this leg up top. So do one side at a time, then flip to the other, and then we'll move to exercise number 5, which is a single leg squat. So this one, there's a bunch of variations to do. Where most of you guys will be, I would want you to start with the first progression of just doing a sit-to-stand single leg squat. So what you're going to do is get the foot you're going to use pointed right in front of you, and then this opposite foot can just be kind of pointed up in a straight position in front of you like so. And what you're going to do is slowly moving down, you're going to sit on the chair or bench behind you and then pop back up. The whole time, just like in the squats, I want you to focus on this glute being fired the entire time, and as best as you can not to have the hips like sag. You might lose your balance here and there, which is fine. Just tap the opposite toe down, get reset, make sure all your toes are nice and flat on the ground, and then go right back into the next one, back and forth, okay? If that is too difficult, then go right to the floor. Get in a bridge position, hands on the floor to the side of you. Take one leg up and then press through as high as you can. Make sure the hips are as level as you can get them. Squeezing that glute as hard as possible, and then bring it back down. Make sure the hips come up and down together, and then just repeat back and forth. And then just switch sides. So that's exercise number 5. Now number 6, we're going to do push-ups. So I'm going to show you 2 different variations. One is regular, which I'll just do from the side here. The main thing with the position that I want with your hands is to be just outside your shoulders. So get down a nice flat position. Make sure you're not pressing through too much here, just nice and flat. I don't want your hands too close together because then it's more tricep, which we just got done working. And just go nice and slow. You can bring your chest close to the floor, keeping your core tight the entire time. What I want you guys to focus on is making sure your glutes and abs are tight as well as your legs. So it's not just upper body, it's your whole body working in unison, which is very, very important. Alright, so now we're going to show you a modification of the push-up, just to get a little different stimulus. It's going to be an elevated push-up with shins on the bench here. So you can place feet off the back, and you can do this on the side of a chair, which is where it's kind of facing the opposite direction. Hands will be in the same position. You're going to get into the same trunk stability that you did in a regular push-up. Glutes tight, abs tight, and then we're isolating this upper chest here. So same thing as a push-up, we're just getting a little different stimulus in the upper part of the chest. If you feel like that gets a little too easy after a while, you can bring your toes up, heels back, and then go into this push-up. So, a couple modifications for the push-up just to change things up a bit. Alright, so exercise 7, we are going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. This was in one of our warm-ups. Same kind of deal as far as positioning, but this time I just want you to aim for about 15 each leg, and you can work up a little bit from there. 30 would be quite a bit on this one, especially right away, so just kind of work your way into it. It's a very hamstring and glute oriented exercise, and I'll show you again from the side. You're going to step in one direction with one foot here. You can stay in the same spot the entire time, you don't have to move, especially if you're sitting in your living room or something. But what you're going to do is a slight bend in the knee. You look forward or a 45-degree angle in front of you, and you just kick one leg back, pull with that hamstring and glute, and then just go right back into the same leg. So you're not switching side to side, you're staying in that same position. Now, the one key thing here, you'll notice, especially in the beginning stages of this exercise, your hips may shift a lot, so you really got to keep your glutes tight throughout the entire exercise. No matter how many times you do it, there's always going to be a time like this where you might have to get your balance. Just go right back into it with your feet nice and planted. You'll get used to it, you'll kind of feel things out. But alright, so on to exercise number 8, which is called running arms. We're going to grab a pair of dumbbells, which can be anywhere from 10 pounds to 20 pounds. No really need to go any heavier than that. What you're going to do is get down on your knees with your toes curled. I don't want your feet flattening out here. Just nice and easy. Hips, knees right under the hips. I want your glutes to be tight, abs to be tight, like the whole upper torso, nice and strong, shoulders back. And what you're going to do is kind of basically create a running motion with the dumbbells. So one arm in the back is going to be at about a 90-degree angle. The front one can get a nice little tiny curl up front. You're just going to go nice and easy from front to back. It's a very slow and controlled exercise. I don't want you rushing through it at all like this. I want it to be nice and slow. So what this works on is helping us once we get towards the hard part of the race. We get to that last third, especially in cross country, we start running up hills, we get tired. Our posture will start to round forward if we're not careful or if this isn't strong enough. So throughout the entirety of the exercise, We want to aim for about 20 each arm, so that you're just constantly working on that stability of the upper back, okay? So, and one other thing, you can get a pair of dumbbells pretty cheap. I mean, heck, you can grab a pair of bricks, fill 2-liter bottles with sand, whatever you can utilize at home and get the job done. So, all right, exercise number 9 is squat jumps. All right, so just like the squatting movement, you're getting in the same position as you would a regular squat, like so. What you're going to do is, while keeping the chest up, which is actually will be pretty difficult after this last exercise that you did, so I want you to focus on the shoulder blades coming together. You're going to squat down and then just jump up like so. You're going to go right back into the same jump, so you're going to pop up, boom, like so, okay?
1.
All right, so exercise number 10, we're just going to focus on a regular plank here. I'll talk about a couple variations, but what the whole purpose of this exercise is just work on our whole body as a unit, being contracted together, abs, shoulders, upper back, glutes, quads, and even our lower legs here. So I'll show you from this position here. We're going to get our elbows right under the shoulders. Feet are going to be together, as well as the heels pointed towards the back of the room. And to start off, just want everyone to aim for 45 seconds, just in a nice isometric position here. And then there's a bunch of variations that you can do. You can do hips moving from side to side. You can get even a little bit more complicated with, you know, one arm lifts up like so. You can shift on each forearm back to back just to get, you know, different parts of your core to fire. Main thing though is just try to watch your hips, make sure they're not sagging towards the ground, and make sure your arms aren't like off into weird positions, just right under the shoulders. So that is exercise number 10. Next we're going to do a step up. Today, being in a weight room currently right now, I'm just going to use this 12-inch box, but you can obviously use a chair, a bench, or whatever. If you're using a chair at your house, be very careful, is make sure that it's in a stable position, or you have a wall near you that you can kind of place your hand on or something like that. But what we're doing here is just going opposite leg back and forth. We're just going to step up, come back down, switch sides, come back down. You can also add a knee drive to the opposite leg. So you can knee drive here if you want to, and switch back and forth like so. When you're on your way back down, I don't want people, you know, like slamming their feet down or anything like that. Like, you want to be nice and controlled on the way down, and making sure this back foot, I'll show you from this side, this angle here, I want you to make sure this back foot isn't coming down like this. And then we're putting our knee in a compromised position, and you want to be having your toes pointed forward, whether you're stepping up or stepping down. All right, last exercise here, we're going to work on our back in a Superman position, and just like the planks, there's a bunch of variations to this. I'm going to show the basic isometric hold in this position here. So you're going to get on your stomach, feet together, legs all the way together, arms will go in front. You're going to do simultaneously lift the legs and arms together, making sure the glutes are tight. We want to work on the lower back, but we don't want the lower back to do the work for us. We want our core to help us out. So what you're going to do is lift up, legs and arms can be spread a little bit, and we're just holding this in this position, aiming for 30 seconds to start, and you can add time to that as you go. Once you get more comfortable, you can, you know, do some arm movements, get the upper back involved, get the legs involved a little bit more, but just work on getting to about 40-45 seconds in that position, and that'll be good.